In today's video, we'll look at the one indicator that could be signaling a massive move ahead for Bitcoin, potential $1,000 candle, so keep watching. Welcome to BlockRoots, and on behalf of my co-founder, Kenner and Clark, I am Josh, and we just both want to say welcome to the channel. If you've not yet subscribed, make sure to do so below. It's super easy. Just click that red button here on YouTube, and what's going to happen is you're going to get notifications every time we create a video. And why is that important? Is because you want to comment and engage with every video, because every time you do, we put you in an automatic giveaway for Bitcoin each and every week. And so we're going to actually do that today. We're going to give away $100 of Bitcoin to one person who subscribed and commented or engaged in a video this week. So make sure that you do that. And again, if you like non-sensational technical analysis, you're in the right place. We do like to have a little humor and fun, but in the end, we want to make sure that our content is solid and that we give you a lot of good information that you can use in order to be successful in the markets. And so let's go ahead, take a look at the Bitcoin chart. Before we talk about altcoins today, I want to go ahead and talk about Bitcoin. Now, as you can see, we are continuing to move sideways in this big range that has lasted ever since the end of April. So we're going on 3 months of this sideways action. And so as you can see, we continue to form, lower highs and higher lows. And even in the last 3 lows, we had a low at 88.38, a low at 8,900, and even this recent low is 9,048. Now, I do believe that we can get a little lower than this, but with that said, we are continuing to compress overall. Now, as you can see, we're still in this range, and we're stuck in this mid-range area right here, right? So if you look, we're right below it, even though, recently we made a high above it, a local high, and then dropped back down below it. But the whole point being is that we're not able to make another higher high on the trend, meaning that each and every high, the next high is lower than the one before. Now, as I said in this previous video, we needed to move up over $9,700 for Bitcoin for the price to close above it to continue to move on up. That did not happen. What happened is that we did move up. We hit around 9,500, a little under that, and then we dropped right back down. So the new target that we want to see hit is at least 94.80. Okay, so 94.80, we want to close above that, typically on the 4-hour, and then continue to move on from there, retest 9,700, and then hopefully we can go out to 10,000. And so if next time we hit 10,000, as I've said before in previous weeks, I do believe that we're going to break above that and continue to rapidly move up to 11K or beyond. Now, on a bearish perspective, though, what if we break lower, right? So as you can see, we're not able to break above the mid-range. And so if that rejects one more time, I do believe that we're going to hit 8,900. And then from there on down, I do believe that we could potentially see 8,500s in the coming week. And so we do want to close back above this mid-range. We don't want to make lower lows, but we are continually compressing. As you can see, with this lower high and this higher low, it's not going to be long until we have a major move. Now, one thing that I've seen lately on the chart on this downtrend is kind of a pattern that we've seen. We've seen that if you can look on, this is the tweet that I put out this week, and I said, look, I'm looking for us to make another move up and then potentially move on back down. Because if you see at the previous lower high on the trend, we typically move down, okay? Then we kind of pop up and then make our way and hit the low for that short-term sideways. Then we move on back up, back down, but the next down is not as low as the previous. And then we push up for the next lower high and then kick back down. And that has happened multiple times. And so that's why I think that then we move on back above around 93.50 or so, not quite above the previous high, and then move on down. Now, as far as the one indicator that I talked about or mentioned earlier in the video that we're looking at that's really signaling for us to have a major volatile move ahead is the historical volatility. And so as far as the historical volatility, you can find that on TradingView, is that we're getting as low, if you look on the bottom indicator here, around 40 right now. Now, every time we've hit 40 or below, we've had a major move. Now, specifically what I want to show you is each time. So As you can see, last time we were down here, that was up here around 10,000 before the giant black swan event that brought us down below 3K. As you can see, the volatility spiked way up. And of course, that we were below, I think we were around 35 historical volatility. Then the previous time before that was back in March and April back in 2019. As you can remember, this one move got us out of the bear market, the $1,000 candle. That brought us up to over $5,000, and the historical volatility at that time was around under 20 or so. So that was really low for historical volatility. And of course, that was when we went sideways for weeks as well during that accumulation down in the 3K level. And even before that, if you look before the capitulation over in November 2018, we had historical volatility that was around 37 or 38. And that, of course, led to a 50% move down from 6,000 down to 3,000. And so, again, as we hit 40 and below, you need to keep your eyes open as we see the compression continue to happen. You can see that on all the charts, specifically the weekly chart here. So the one indicator that you can take a look at and keep an eye on is the historical volatility, and that is really signaling for us to have a major move, potential $1,000 candle, potential more than that. So know that Bitcoin can either be 11,000 or all the way down to 7,000 in the coming weeks, and we're definitely going to keep an eye out on that. Now, as we get into altcoins, it's like it's been a mini alt season, right? All over the place. Dogecoin actually hit from down to 25 sats all the way up to around 60 sats. You know, we looked at over 100% gains in that. Kava also hit around 40% gains. And then as well, Stellar Lumens, as we were watching that too, went up to around at least 20% from our entry level over on BlockRoots. And again, you have to remember, this is the crypto market, right? We get some major gains in the potential of even hours or one day, and that's not even really common in traditional markets. Most people don't see that while trading stocks. Now, maybe outside of Tesla that's going skyrocketing right now, but really that it's hard to come by, and you can really take advantage of stacking more Bitcoin and USD whenever these alts perform well. And when talking about alts, you have to be very specific and strategic whenever you're trading or buying them, especially in a downtrend. And that's what we even talked about this week in our crypto insights from BlockRoots. I just put this out today, important tips for altcoin buying, where I go over tips that you need to look out for when it comes to a downtrend, how to buy altcoins and how to be successful with that. Now, if you haven't signed up yet, just know that this is a weekly newsletter, our insights that we send to people every week. We do give updates throughout the week. We give targets, entry levels, and exit levels. So this is for people who aren't just traders. This is for people who are holders, probably like yourself. Many people watching, I know, tend to just be holders of Bitcoin and altcoins. And so one way to take advantage of downtrends, one way to take advantage of a sideways Bitcoin market is, of course, buy and sell altcoins when they're performing well. And we take out all the guesswork for you. And so if you haven't seen Crypto Insights, check it out. You can actually go below. I'll put blockroots.substack.com is the link. And it's 50% off right now. You're talking about less than $10 a month, around $9.95. I just recently saw somebody else put out a newsletter that costs over $700 a year. So if you want to see the value in this, knowing that you're going to pay just a little over $9 a month for Crypto Insights, we've had a lot of good feedback so far. So if you are into taking advantage of altcoins, just check it out. You can definitely check it out for 1 month and see if you like it or not. I think before we go, what we need to do is go ahead and give away $100 of Bitcoin. I know that you guys have been waiting for that. So let's go ahead. We'll go over to the YouTube comment picker. I'll go ahead and click that and randomly select one person to win $100. So the winner of this week's $100 is... that would be Harvey. Harvey says, great work, sir. Very awesome video, sir. Thanks. Good one. And left the Bitcoin address. So Harvey, congratulations on winning $100 of Bitcoin just for leaving a comment. And he left his Bitcoin wallet address. So I'll make sure to send that to you, Harvey. Thanks again for doing that. And again, if you're into winning $100 of Bitcoin or want to be into the giveaway, just go ahead and leave a comment in today's video. Tell us what you think about historical volatility. Tell us what you think about anything that we've talked about today, Dogecoin or anything else. We just want to go ahead and give you guys thanks for joining and subscribing to the channel. And we'll make sure to get that out to you, Harvey, today. Now, as we wrap it up, we'll go ahead and a couple of things that we want to do is just, again, look at Bitcoin chart one more time. And so the key levels have not yet changed. So 275 is the level to break above. After that, we want to break above and close above 94.50 or so. If we can't do that, I do believe that we'll go back down here and retest 8,900. If we cannot break that, or if we can't bounce from there, we're going to break down to 8,500s. And I believe that is when we'll see a continual downtrend, possibly to the 7,000s. If that happens, that's going to be a clear sign. But if we break above here and then break back above 9,700, I do believe any test of 10,000 is also going to be a rapid increase of price. And so this small $400 to $500 area right here around this mid-range is going to be very telling in the future. So again, make sure to keep a lookout on that. Now, before we go, again, we just want to say goodbye to Dogecoin. Doge, it was a lot of fun. You know, while it lasted that 100% pump that we had, it was great while it lasted. It must have been love, but it's over now. I am sure Kenner and Clark is going to love that one. With that said, guys, again, it was always great to have you here. Pay attention to Bitcoin in the next coming days. It should be really good price action after the weekend close here. And with that said, too, if you've not yet subscribed, make sure to do so below. Click the red button. Leave a comment, engage, because we'd love to put you in that $100 giveaway. And again, you guys have a great weekend. Make sure to get outside and enjoy the weather. And with that said, stay healthy and trade effectively. And we'll see you guys soon.